Okay. Not necessarily. Okay. Can you guys? I'm live now. I'm just trying to set up the live so we. Just hold on 1 second. I'm going live now. Okay. You'll see me go live now. Okay. I'm live now. Okay. Oops. Don't worry, I've gone live now. If you look now, you will see me. Sorry. Okay. This table is very slippery. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? No, I'm talking to the live people. Come on live and see if you can pick me up live. Just exit. Okay. Fantastic. Oh God, Desmond Elliott, I greet you. All right, let's go straight to it. It took us a while to it took us a while to get here, and I'm very grateful to God that we're here. Sorry, I'm launching Facebook too. Okay, so we're live on Facebook too. You guys can join us and be a part of this. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
And welcome to Cool FM, and of course, welcome to the Freenation. I'm a Christian, and recently I opened my own church called the Freenation, which was birthed out of the necessity to free people, especially impoverished Nigerians, from the shackles of mental slavery and the oppression of religion, which we are all very well aware of. We heard the rumors that you passed on. And I was like, oh, what happened? And you came to refute the claims. So let's start from there. How's your health?
Oh, I'm feeling strong and healthy.
Where were you when you read the news that you passed on?
Actually, it was around 2 o'clock in the morning when I was about to, pass a message.
Can you please raise your voice, sir, so the audience can hear you?
I was to pass a message to one of our security men when my media aide, Joe Peter, phoned me that, Maharaj, there's something happening. And they say this and that, and I said, no, that cannot be. What do you do? You have to go in and refute it. No. And that was it. But I was okay in the house. I was very happy, very excited that here we are, somebody's proclaiming my death. And I'm getting ready to address the congregation.
When you came in, I smelt a lot of fresh flowers. Is it intentional? Is there a message behind the green, the flowers, the red? Can you please enlighten us on those things?
Flower, everybody knows, is a symbol of love.
Mm.
When a leader or a president visits a country, they present him with flowers to show that naturally they love him or her. But when it comes to the case of the living perfect master, is another simple way of asking Maharaji, the god Maharaji, to answer one's prayers. You're in need of a car, a job promotion, or you want to travel, or some difficulties are on the way. By presenting the flower to Sadhguru, you are telling Sadhguru to forward it to Maharaji Essence to help. And beyond that, flowers do a lot. You might call it vegetables, really. It is when you are in knowledge, you become aware that there are some flowers you can use in your homes, there are some flowers you use in your offices, there are some flowers even you carry along when you are going to town. You find they play a very good role spiritually in man's advancement.
Mm. So that's the essence of the flowers. That's really beautiful. The fragrance was very warm and welcoming. Now, the biggest problem I believe we're facing now with regards to religion is religious intolerance.
Mm-hmm.
You said something, you said flowers are a symbol of love.
Yeah.
How do we live as a nation if, first of all, we do not love one another? How do you pass this message of love across? Because I watched you growing up as a child on TV, and I was, we're all in awe. I never knew you were such an accessible person. I never knew I would one day sit down with you in the same room and be able to have a conversation with you. Unlike the GOs of other churches, Sadhguru is very accessible. He sat with me in the studio, while I was playing commercials, while we're getting this ready, and I felt a sense of humility, a sense of yes, I'm going to use the word again, love. Now the problem is the people who believe in you and worship with you can be taught love. The people who worship with me and believe in the doctrine I teach can be taught love. But we're a small minority.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think we can take Nigeria as a whole and sell this message of love or give this message of love to them? It will stop indiscriminate killings. It will stop all that we have that is going on again, the Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, religious division here and there. How do you think this will work in our favor, sir?
Yeah, very simple. We all woke up one day to find that the whole place has been invaded with all kinds of things, spiritually, physically, theories here and there, left and right. And we tried our hands on, but we were never allowed to go into our history, our past. It was just painted dark. And so for somebody who doesn't know where he's coming from,
how can he know where he's going?
Yeah, so that is just what happened, and all of us started moving here and there. And I moved out to Europe only to come back with a light that there's God within man.
There is God within man.
And even the scripture said, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first. But rather, our people are seeking for the kingdom of the stomach. They want to excite their intellectual power, this and that. For you to see somebody, a minister, even a doctor getting sick. And here he is, in his backyard. There is bitter leaf, there's ephraim, there's pepper, onion that he can just apply. But because he read books, he did not have any practical aspect of it. And the fact that he doesn't know who he is, what he is. And so today, we are telling people that, right, wherever we are, you know, we are sitting down, we want to form a team, whether a company or a nation. There's a constitution. And this constitution must be allowed to work. The executive, the legislature, the judiciary must make sure that all these parts play a very effective role. Because at this hour now, you cannot say he has stolen something about because he's the only Igbo man. No. Stealing is stealing. Whether he's a Hausa man, he has stolen, he has to go in for it. In Yoruba, because now this project is for all of us. If we are not able to clear the road and cleanse it, the generation coming will find it very difficult to live. And that is what they say, whether you're a believer or non-believer. I saw the inauguration of Jacob Zuma in South Africa, where the Baha'i faith was there. Every church, anything you believe in, they were all there. They didn't say, oh, look, you cannot, a Catholic man is not okay, a Muslim is not okay, this and that. And this is what is worrying us now. Yes, because we believe that, okay,
our God is the best.
Is the best. You are better than me, he's better than us. Human beings are all equal before the Creator. Yes, and if you are the best, you have to prove it through your behavior, your attitude. We don't need any prayer. Your action, your behavior is what we need. I believe this is it. If we are going to expect a change, the change must come from me as an individual. I must respect him. I must appreciate him. I must love him unquestionably. Except where he has gone wrong, then the arms of the Lord will deal with the person. I believe that is what is missing now.
You see, when I was called that Sadhguru Maharaji is around, initially I was like, wow, I'm a Christian. But the Spirit said, you know what, sit down with him. And sitting down with you, sir, I must say, when I sit down with the Muslims, I start to see a lot of Christianity in them, despite the fact that they're not Christians. When I sit down with people of other religions, I actually realize that we tell people that Christianity, but we turn it into a religion. Baba said something here today. He said, there is God within a man. Or how did you say it?
Yes.
There is God within each human being. Now, for those of you who take the book of Thomas seriously, if you go to the book of Thomas 77b, it says, this is Jesus speaking, he says, when I leave, split a rock, split a wood, lift a rock, I am there. I am in you and around you. And what you just said just connected to me on that level. God is in you and around you. But because they are the powers that be, that make a living of selling God to you, I liken this. To a man sitting by the edge of a river selling river water. And people are coming and buying river water from a man who is sitting beside the river. Instead of you to fetch your river water, you are buying it from a man sitting beside that same river. Instead of you to seek within. And you see, there's another thing you raised, sir, that's really deep. We don't look inwards. We don't know where we are coming from, so how can we know where we're going? Only today, I discussed the British Christianity. We were taught the British Christianity. Did Christianity come from Britain? No. We just abandoned what we had when the colonial masters came and just took over from them. And they gave us a doctored Christianity that will keep us in submission to them long after their last boat has gone back to their village. Okay. So, like he said when Jacob Zuma was being sworn into office, everyone with everyone's belief system
but here,
was represented.
It's only Christians and Muslims. If you go there, they get the police to hold you. Before you realize you are in Kiriki. You don't belong to your untouchables.
I don't even know what to say, sir. I applaud it. The more you sit down with people, the more you realize that there is wisdom beyond what you've always known. And I appreciate the God within us. I think I need to teach a message on that. There is God within us. Now, what is the core essence of your message, sir?
The core essence of my message is on the premise that civilization started from Africa. It was a big round land mass. And all of a sudden, it gave up. Boom! North and South America got away from West Africa. China and all that came from East Africa. And so the tongues got broken. Instead of speaking Sanskrit, people started speaking English, German, French, and you name it. But then, the essence is still there. Maharaji, wake up in Yoruba language. Maharaji is the name, the true name of the creator that was there at the beginning. But they changed it into Maharaji so that it will not have any African content. But actually it's Maharaji, wake up. And so this is the message I'm passing on to the people that, well, whereas we have our life to live wherever we are. But what will guarantee this life? It's not Eba, it's not Naira, it's not position, it's not food, it's not water. It's the Holy Spirit, that Holy Spirit that is missing, that is hidden. And this Holy Spirit cannot be given except that Holy Spirit comes with the Son he beloves or he loves, that he can subdue, hold him, and present him to the crowd. And that is what I'm telling you, that Maharaji is the essence. If you use Maharaji, your child will come back home. There will be nothing like hospital. The doctors will go and look for job as farmers. Yes, because how can you say you are sitting there and you are praying like the man selling coffee? He's praying that somebody must die today. I must pay my children's school fees. God, they want 10 people to die so that they'll buy my coffee. So where do you go? That is happening.
I greatly appreciate this going back to our roots, because there will be a time when it will seem like we have nothing else to go to. Look, we don't have the resources anymore to embrace a foreign culture or tradition. Like you said, we have bitter leaf, we have efirin, we have it. We don't need a white man to come and sell it to us. I remember the fact that 90% of the world's malaria happens in sub-Saharan Africa. And a Chinese woman in China got half of a Nobel Peace Prize for the discovery of a terminism that treats malaria. Only sub-Saharan Africa has 90% of the world's malaria. The rest of the world share 10%. Then someone from where malaria is probably 1% or 0.5% now has a cure for a disease that is killing 90%. I think there's a problem. I think I agree with you on that premise that we must look within. It's the time has come. I wrote something on Fela, and of course a lot of people criticized me. Fela has been one of our biggest prophets.
Oh yes, he is.
He spoke those things, and if you look at Jesus, they killed him. Bob Marley, Africa Unite, is Bob Marley an African? Someone in Jamaica is singing for Africa to unite, and the ones in Africa are fighting themselves. Who is your enemy? Who is your prophet? When your pastor tells you, a friend of mine got married in the Catholic Church. When he came to, because his wife was Catholic, you know, as Yorubas, you go to your wife's place to marry. When he brought her back to his Pentecostal church, the Pentecostal church said no, that marriage is not null and void, that they have to do Pentecostal wedding.
You see that?
Inside Christianity, there is division. A Jamaican man is calling you to unite. You and your congregation are preaching division. Just like Bob Marley, just like Jesus and all his disciples, the only disciple that lived to an old age was John, because he was in exile. Everybody else was killed, and by killed, I don't mean, there's a very nice type of killing, bullet. Some were boiled alive, skinned alive. While they were alive, they peeled off their whole skin. Thrown from up down, crucified upside down. Why? Because they spoke the truth. Jesus was clear. He said, they did not love me. They will not love you. Unless you are from the world. The world loves its own. But I took you out of the world and changed you for the world. So I really appreciate you coming here. It's been very insightful. I'm glad you're hale. I'm glad you're hearty. I'm glad that you're preaching a message of love and unity. I am glad that we still have people like you around. I might not be a member of your congregation.
But we are together.
But we are together. And I love you and appreciate the fact that, because it's an honor. I grew up watching you on the television, so that I can even sit down with you in the same room. To me, it's an honor. So thank you so much for your time and the message of love. Can you see Christians? You people call yourselves followers of Christ. When people of other religion understand Christ better than you people, you think Christ is counting 10% of your money every month. Sir, do people give you 10% of their money?
Not so much.
Why, sir?
Oh, yes, because how do you give condition to somebody who wants to go closer to his creator? All you have to do is leave him there. The creator will benefit, will pay him for it. You cannot just force somebody to, yes, except where. Like, for example, I have a case before me of a lady who came in with a sickness. He said he'd been here, there, and then he was asking me, he brought a checkbook. How much do I pay? Mama, pay what? If I take money from you, the sickness is going to come back to me. Yes. He said, why? I said, that's the way. My job now is to carry the sickness from you. And how are you going to do it? Start now appreciating your children. Don't shout on them, don't beat them, don't flog them. Your husband, look, if you can do it, kneel down to present the food on the table. He said, honey Kenny, you are the owner of the car. If you don't wash your car, people will not even recognize you. You need to wash your car very well. Even if you see your image in the car, people know, yeah, when you come down, you imagine you wearing a dress that has not been
washed or ironed.
People will not even look at you. You say, what? Is that it? It started. Within a few weeks, the sickness was nothing more than the suspicion that the husband is coming late. And so, something has gone wrong. By the time he's still with me, those ideas, concepts disappeared. He started loving the husband. That was it. So, it was now for her to say, Maharaj, chill. Not a condition. You are conditioned to say, put something down. What is it? You are going to church because you want to see God. You want to enjoy love, peace, harmony, bliss. And these things cannot be gotten in the things of the world. From within, how do we connect within? That's the time we start appreciating each other. Because the moment you love him, he cannot deceive you. The moment you care for him, he cannot deceive you. If he deceives you, the Creator will react. Then look, man of God, you have failed. Yes. Jesus didn't have a home. He didn't. They say he commanded people's horses here and there. What else again do you want him to do? Somebody who offered himself for everybody's
cleansing
safety
and
everything.
salvation and
In fact, maybe the papers tried to give a negative information about him. He was the king of hearts. He was blessed. Anywhere he goes, they received him. And that is very important than money. Name, integrity. Oh, is something that human beings don't believe can work, but it does work. If you look at the leaders who have been, some have been arrested, ministers being arrested, somebody going for plea bargaining up and down. And you see, they are the first to sit in front of the congregation, and people will feel as if they are there. And so we are begging. The roles that we have been given to play is to lead them back home. Like Fela, Bob Marley, they are all saints, not recognized. Last, I read in the papers today that the French president visited Kalakuta Republic. I said, well, he has done well, but it's rather too late. They told us not to go into our culture and tradition, that is devilish in the money. But my uncle, in Ijabu, we can use 2 alligator pepper to stop the rain. That is science. They are still there. They can change into lion. When they go into the bush, they can change into anything. Where have you kept these things? These are the things that we want to bring back. We want them to go into, because without it, the black race cannot stand globally as a partner in the, in the face of challenges. Everything is imported. They are okay, but can't we just go in and find out what went wrong? What went wrong is what we are saying now. Love him, whether it's Igbo, Yoruba, English, Chinese, German, Catholic, or whatever you. That is the beginning. You'll find that Satan will not come in between us anymore. Oh yes. When you don't have a place to stay, since we have embraced each other, that's the end of it. He starts shouting, hey, Eureka, Eureka, we are women.
You see, you made another important point. I don't know if you've seen the movie Black Panther. It was about an African tribe. I don't know if you guys have seen it. And at the end of it all, when the end, there was something that came up. The black community now finally agreed to share their secrets with the rest of the world. What we could have turned to technology, they made into sorcery. And then they brought the white man's sorcery. And white man doesn't have sorcery, he has magic. He doesn't have sorcery. He has technology and magic. You do like this, and rabbit comes out. The more Sir, I didn't know you were coming to visit me up until 3 hours ago. Yet I woke up this morning. I don't know who read my article on Fela. And it is like your visit here was divine. Everything I said this morning, I had an auntie who was born again. And she told me Fela was evil.
Oh.
I grew up knowing Fela to be evil, his music to be evil, only for posterity to judge him otherwise. Suffering and smiling that Fela sang about, we are still suffering and smiling.
Maybe a change.
The other day I was abusing the Super Eagles that they did not try. Do you know that Mikel Obi, while he was leading our team, his father was kidnapped? This is the second time they are kidnapping his father. So he's on the pitch, hugging people, playing football, suffering and smiling. Somebody whose father has been kidnapped, you're expecting to play football for that nation. Everything. Where is our electricity? Nigeria is how many years old? Singapore has the strongest passport in the world, and they are 5 years younger than us. We don't even have light 24 hours. What Fela sang as a song 30 years ago, 40 years ago, has become a prophecy. And the magic that my auntie believed in, believing that she was born again, has now become the sorcery through which Nigerians have been bewitched into parting with their money.
Ah.
I run a church. My congregation is here watching me live. We have 200 people on YouTube, about 85 on Instagram, and 130, about 500, 400 people in general. And many will still watch the videos as we post, but the ones who are with us live, I never collect offering, I never collect tithe. I even tell them, I say, when you give me a gift, there's no blessing. If you want to give and be blessed, give to the poor. That's what I teach. If at the end, because before you can come and give me a gift that has no blessing, you first look for the gift that has blessing. So you first go and look for somebody poor. I want to be blessed, so let me give this poor. Then when you now have surplus, that is when you can now give me a gift. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes,
You are not mandated to. They are bearing me witness. I'm saying this live in front of everybody. Nobody is mandated to pay any amount of money out of their salary. Even when we have a case, somebody is dying and needs money, it's not mandatory. And I do not tell them that, look, if you don't give to this person, you won't be blessed.
No.
You have to teach people to give out of a place of love, out of a place of appreciation, not out of a place of compulsion. That is why Jesus fed the 5,000, but today the 5,000 are feeding Jesus.
All over.
All over. They will. I still spoke about it today. I had a teaching earlier on. It's called false humility. There's one particular Geo, he'll carry shekere of 2,500 naira, wear shirt of 1,500 naira or 2,000 naira, wear trouser of 1,000 naira, and slippers of 2,000 naira. Everything is 10,000 naira. He looks humble, Abi. Then he goes to enter a $45 million private jet. The petrol, the aviation fuel he is burning for one trip is probably enough to feed my entire online congregation for a year. What he burns, what he burns in his private jet as fuel every year is enough to educate all our children. If you want to be humble, be humble. Don't give us false humility. It's like an actor I was reading about. He goes around propagating environmental. He's an environmentalist. So anywhere he goes in the world, he requires only electric cars. You know, electric cars don't deplete the atmosphere. So he was supposed to go to one country, and the guy that wanted to receive him had lined up 5 electric cars and went to the airport to pick him, only to see the guy land in a private jet. He now sat down and wondered at how much fuel are these 5 cars going to use that you have not finished burning for the last 8 hours where you are coming from in this private jet.
That's it.
So that hypocrisy, false humility, the same thing Jesus fought against is what they are displaying and you are sponsoring.
We should not allow it at all.
We shouldn't.
No way.
Before I'm anything, I'm African. I'm Nigerian. Let us make Africa great again. There was a reason why Emmanuel Macron came to Nigeria. He appreciates what we have. When he came, he went to the shrine. He didn't go to Redeemed Church. He didn't go to Winners. He went to the shrine. You can't be more Catholic than the Pope.
No way.
These people brought us Christianity.
That's it.
But they don't have shrine. We have shrine. But we stamp down our shrine because it is us. Just the way we stamp down innocent mortals. Just the way we stamp down everything here and go and bring their own. It makes no sense. We can never be great unless we are willing to look inwards.
That's it.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming around.
So grateful.
It's been an honor, and I'm glad once again that you are alive and healthy. Thank you so much. And on a parting note, what do you have to say?
On behalf of the One Love family, the Divine Life mission that I represent, we would like to express our filial love for accepting us here, giving us the interview on the radio, and here we are on the internet. And to let you know that even though we might differ in our doctrine and philosophy, the fact that today Sadhguru Maharaj is propagating, going back to village to discover what made our great-grandfathers great as a leader race at that time. There's need for us to come together because Nigerians, we know now that what has pushed us backward is because of spiritual misapplications. And today, it doesn't matter whoever you are, wherever you are, remember that if you are going to be somebody in this life, if you are going to make it in this life, no matter what happens, you must count your blessings. Count your blessings. Leave out the negative aspect. Help him if you can help. Give him. Don't say because he's propagating a different doctrine. Or you say, Yoruba man. Now people are saying we are Kafiris. How do you mean Kafiris? Somebody who is a non-believer. No, it doesn't need to believe
in what you believe in.
All he has to do is practically tell the world that the religion of the Creator is loving. Love every face you see. Definitely, you are guaranteed a longer life on earth.
You see, I'm going to tell you guys something today that I've never shared. One lady who is part of my very close circle in my online church actually worships Ifa. I don't worship Ifa. I don't believe in the Ifa doctrine. But I love her. And I see that she is more loving than the people who worship Christianity. She is close to me, not because of religion, but because of humanity. Let's remove religion and let's bring in humanity. The rest of the world has started doing it. In Saudi Arabia, the Muslims this fast went to a church to break their fast, and they were hosted by the church during the fast. Until the world comes together like that, Satan will keep winning. Satan himself, from the church of Satan, tweeted something at our president the other day.
Satan cannot.
He said, 2 brothers are killing themselves and you are blaming Satan. We are killing each other and blaming the devil, who is looking at us like this and laughing at our own stupidity. The time is now to love one another. It was awesome meeting you today. I learned so much. I learned so much. Thank you so much. Let me know. Thank you, everyone.
Come back again.
I'm sure we'll have him again one more time. I'm sure you guys will want.
Hale and hearty, you can see me.
Come closer under the camera. Let them see you.
At 70 plus, I'm still waxing strong.
Yes. Eshe sir. Eshe adupe. All right, guys. Take care. Okay. Oh, sure. I just want to quickly stop this before my battery dies. The battery is low. Okay. See my Oga taking picture with French president. All right, guys. Take care.